Sergeant Bangura.
Yes, my lord.
Is that the statement you obtained from the 9th accused, Staff Sergeant Idrissa Kalom?
Yes, my lord.
Is it signed and dated?
It was signed, but not dated, my lord.
Do you wish the court to see that statement?
Yes, my lord.
To hear it also?
Yes, my lord.
And to form part of the court's record?
Yes, my lord.
My lord, I wish to produce it and tender. As to form part of the court's record.
Lord, marked AAD 1 to 8. My lord. AAD 1 to 8.
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Sergeant Bangura,
yes, my lord.
please take a close look at that document again, particularly with regards to the date.
Yes, my lord.
Is it signed and dated?
Yes, my lord.
Thank you. Can you please tell the court the date you obtained that particular statement?
Yes, my lord. My lord, this is a voluntary statement after caution made by Staff Sergeant Idrissa Kalom, dated on the 3rd of December, 2023.
My lord, with your leave, I wish the witness to read that particular statement to this court.
My lord, voluntary statement after caution of the person, surname, Kalom, forenames, Idrissa, service number 1860-8075, rank Staff Sergeant, date and place of birth 11th June 1972, and the place of birth is Kenema. Full military unit address is 15 Infantry Battalion Lungi. Statement taken by Sergeant Bangura OT, SLMP unit, GPU SIB, dated the 3rd day of December 2003. Now reads, I am ASLAF 1816-8075, Staff Sergeant Kalom I, of 15 Infantry Battalion Lungi Garrison. I have been asked to make a statement in relation to a case of an alleged conspiracy to commit a crime to wit, mutiny, treason, murder, and other related offenses. I want someone to write down what I have to say. I have been told by ASLAF 1818-1839, Sergeant Bangura Oti of Joint Provost Unit JPU, in the presence of ASLAF 1816-7311, W2CC, also of the same unit, together with Detective Inspector Cargo and Detective Police Constable Sir Momo of the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, that I am not obliged to say anything unless I wish to do so. But whatever I say will be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence. I am also told that I have the right to a legal representation provided by the ASLAF Legal Department if I so desire, and that I also have the right to hire a private legal representative at my own expense. Do you understand? He responded by saying yes, by affixing his right hand thumbprint on this cautionary statement. Now continue. What have you got to say in response to these allegations? The allegation levied against me is partially true. That is, some of the allegations that I was with some group of people in military uniform on Sunday, 26 November 2023, that attacked the male correctional center at Pademba Road prisons and break and enter the facility. My late sister had a shop at Waterloo, close to Waterloo Magistrate Courts. After her demise sometime in May 2023, our family held a meeting where we agreed to rent her shop. I was tasked by the family to rent the said shop to the tenants. On Saturday, 25 November 2023, I decided to visit Waterloo to rent the shop. I left Lunge Garrison and boarded the ferry at Tagrin at about 17:30 hours for Freetown and landed at Kisi Dockyard about 18:30 hours on that same day. I boarded a commercial van that was heading to Eastern Police. I have to board another commercial van from Eastern Police to Lumley. I arrived at Lumley at about 19:30 hours, and I decided to proceed to number 2 beach to enjoy myself. I was at the said beach taking some drinks and enjoyed till 0200 hours the following day, Sunday, 26 November 2023. About 0230 hours on Sunday, 26 November 2023, I boarded a tricycle from number 2 beach to Lumley. At Lumley, I boarded another tricycle that was heading to PZ. As a tricycle rider was riding along in reaching Lumley Police Division, when we saw 2 military vehicles approaching from the opposite end with an emergency lights on. These 2 vehicles were carrying people in military uniform, and as they were approaching the people in military uniform that were in the said vehicle, started discharging their firearms, in brackets guns, and as a result of this, the tricycle rider ran out from his tricycle. I alighted from the said tricycle, and the men in military uniform pointed their guns at me and instructed me to join them into their vehicles, which I did. As I boarded into their vehicle, one of them called my name, Kalon. I responded yes to the caller, but I was unable to recognize him. The very caller instructed me to be their driver at that morning, as he said they are in constraint of a driver, which I did. On reaching at Kokri headquarters, I entered the vehicle they instructed me to drive, where I met Lieutenant Colonel Sandy, who also explained to me that he was arrested also. I took control of that vehicle. I was asked to drive. Whilst at Kokri, the gunmen stood in one corner discussing, and they were all in possession of rifles, but I did not see anyone fired a shot. When they were about to leave Kokri headquarters, one of them told me to drive the vehicle where Lieutenant Colonel Sandy was seated, which I accepted under gunpoint in fear of my life. There was also one officer, Major Komba, that was also in the vehicle together with Lieutenant Colonel Sandy, and both of them explained to me that they were arrested. I sat on the driver's seat and drove off together with the other vehicles, and we drove through Wilkisi Road, Congo Cross, and on to St. John. And as we drove along, these men in military uniform commandeered 3 police vehicles and joined the team, and on reaching at St. John, we diverted to Campbell Street, heading to Panemba Road Prison Center. On reaching Panemba Road Prison main gates, there was serious confrontation between the government security personnel deployed at the said gate and the men in military uniform, which led to an exchange of gunshots. But I was inside the vehicle I was forcefully tasked to drive. The men in military uniform overpowered the security guards at the main gate, and they retreated from that firepower. No fatal incident was observed therein. I witnessed when the gunmen instructed one of the police drivers to reverse his vehicle and hit the gates, and this driver is unknown to me, and that he was in civil attire. The driver did as he was instructed, and they succeeded to open the main gate of the Panemba Road prisons. Few of the gunmen entered in the Panemba Road prisons facility and released the inmates therein. After releasing the inmates at Panemba Road, these men in military uniform boarded into the vehicle I was in control of and others, and drove out to the female correctional center at New England Vale. And on reaching there, I parked the vehicle I was in control at Josebel Street Junction, whilst I observed the other 4 vehicles proceeded to the female correctional center at the New England Vale, and they released the inmates therein, including former police officer named Elias Yeti. From there, I was instructed to drive to Eastern area, and on reaching at Kisi Police Station at O Road, I was instructed to stop the vehicle, and some of them alighted from the vehicles and started harassing police and military officers. At this point, from Kisi Police Station, we drove towards Wellington and parked at PNB New Road. At PNB New Road, I observed the gunmen harassing others, and it was during that time I was opportune to escape from the gunmen. I wish to say that at Panemba Road Correctional Center, Lieutenant Colonel Sandy alighted from the vehicle and entered in the facility together with the gunmen, whilst I was outside with the vehicle seated in the driver's seat. I saw Lieutenant Colonel Sandy later came out dressed in civil attire to disguise himself and pleaded with me to move away with him in the vehicle in order to escape, which I did. And he was able to escape. As I said, I escaped at PNB New Road, Wellington. I hid somewhere unnoticed by the gunmen and passed the night on that day, Sunday, 26 November 2023, at one of the market stalls along the streets. And the following day, Monday, 27 November 2023, I returned to Lungi and I reported at my units. I was told by Major Okuruma, Operational Ops Officer, that I absent for 2 days, and I was ordered to be detained at the 15th Battalion Guard Room, and I was later brought to FREETOWN on that same day and handed over to the military police at Wilberforce Barracks. Voluntary statement after caution suspended at 2000 hours on Sunday, 3rd December 2023, and will be recommenced tomorrow, Monday, 04 December 2023, respectively. Signed by affixing his right-hand thumbprint to acknowledge the cause of the suspension. It continues. It continues.
Yes.
Yeah. Now the interview was recommenced about 11:55 hours on Monday, 04 December 2023, in the presence of all personnel mentioned on the first page of the statement, and I made yesterday. Statement is recommenced on today's date at the May Reintegration Center at Jomo Kenyatta Road. That suspect is reminded that he is still under caution, that whatever he says will be taken down in writing and maybe given in evidence. He is also reminded of his rights to legal representation at any stage during this investigation if he desires to do so, but it will be on his expenses. Do you wish to continue making your statements? But bears in mind that you have been cautioned and reminded to legal representations of your choice as explained earlier. Do you understand? He responded yes. Also again by affixing...
Sergeant Bangura, hold on.
Yes, my lord.
You've just told this court that after the VSAC, that's the voluntary statement after caution.
Yes, my lord.
Which is now before this court as Exhibit AAD 1 to 8. And you've told this court again, you resumed or recommenced the interview on the 5th of December 2023.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah. Is that the same statement you have?
Yes, sir.
Or is it a continuation?
It's the same statement. You do continue on it. It's the same statement, but it has a continuation.
Yeah. Okay. With that particular statement, then you can continue.
Should I continue, my lord? Do you recall making a statement to this investigation team on Sunday, 3rd December 2023? He responded by saying yes. Now, we wish to ask you some questions in respect of the allegation, the statement you made on Sunday, 3rd December 2023, and the facts gathered so far on this course of this investigation. Are you ready to respond to short questions? He responded by saying yes. I have been informed that I will be asked questions in relation to what I have said, all on my statement, and Sergeant Bangura OT SIB informed me that the purpose of this interview that I am reminded to supply answers to the questions that will be asked by the interviewer, and I agree to respond to those questions when asked. Here ends this visa statement, sir.
My Lord, my apology, because the statement that has been marked AAD 1 to 8 is for the VSAC, voluntary statement after caution. For the record of interview, it is just that they continued with the record of interview on the same document where the VSAC was made. So we may now wish to proceed with the next interview. My Lord, with your leave.
Listen, the only leave you have is to proceed with your witness. I don't know what your problem is. The witness is reading the statement and you are, I don't know. So proceed, yeah?
My Lord, the problem here is that the exhibit marked AAD 1 to 8
proceed with your witness.
My apology, my Lord. Okay. Sergeant Bangura, you may continue with the reading.
Yes, my lord. This is a record of interview after caution.
All right, pause. Pause. Is that a continuation of AAD 1 to 8?
Ideally, no, my lord. So, ideally, he should have stopped at AAD 1 to 8. But because they continued taking the statement on the page that is being attached to that, that's why he just continued reading the second part of the investigation, which is the record of interview.
Listen carefully.
Yes, my lord.
You tendered AAD 1 to 8, yes?
Yes, my lord.
Yeah. As read out AAD 1 to 8 completely, yes?
Yes, my lord.
You are now trying to put in another document, I should say, yes?
Yes, my lord.
All right. Please go ahead and put it in.
Yes. Sergeant Bangura.
Yes, my lord.
After taking the voluntary statement after caution, which is now before this court as Exhibit AAD 1 to 8, did you go beyond that, or did you do anything beyond that?
Yes, my Lord.
How did you go about it?
My Lord, on the course of recording the voluntary statement after caution on the 9th accused, it was suspended on that day. It was suspended on that day.
Did you have cause to resume the interview?
Yes, my Lord.
And when was that?
It was on the next day.
Say again?
The interview was resumed on the next day.
The
That is
date?
the 4th of December 2023.
Okay. Yes, go on.
Yes, sir. Yes, my Lord. In the course of resuming the voluntary statement after caution, I have to caution him again that he's not obliged to say anything unless he wishes to do so. And that whatever he says will be taken down in writing and may be tendered in evidence. I do also offer him the right that he has a right to a legal representation provided by the ASLAF legal department. He so wish to do so. And that I do also inform him of his rights to hire a private legal representation, but at his own expenses, which he acknowledges, agreed, and was voluntarily willing to continue the voluntary statement after caution on that day, the 4th of December 2023, at the main reintegration center, Jomo Kenyatta Road, in the presence of all the persons mentioned earlier on.
Sergeant Bangura,
Yes, my Lord.
if you see that particular document or statement, will you be able to recognize it?
Yes, my Lord.
My Lord, with your leave, I wish to show the said statement to both the defense